talk to my dad once in a while, and his profound emotions come about that really no other human triggers in me. And they're the best. They're the best emotions. They feel amazing. They feel like they anchor me into some sense of being a man that's connected to like some kind of primordial instinctual calling to, I've heard him say it many times, to be the best that you can be. There's all this stuff happening in the world and people using guns and people talking about it in different ways, and from one perspective good might look good, from another perspective that good thing might look evil. It's all subjective, and oftentimes it seems like it's what's up is actually down, and what's actually down is actually up. And just talking to him, I don't know any more of a profound human being. I'm really, really blown away and moved and humbled. This process of Raja and Kriya Yoga has shown me the reality of the Akash, the etheric membrane that is our body, that's not physical, but once one is tuned to the more subtle aspects of the self, it's perceivable. It requires more heightened sensitivity, but it's perceivable. It's vividly real. You can interface with it. So I look at karmic structure and I feel this calling that Gaia gives me, and I feel the calling that my Dharma has given me. And then I talk to my dad, and it's like, he's just this kid from Detroit, born in 1948, picked up a guitar, mastered it, picked up some guns, bow and arrow, slingshot, wanted to do the same thing, and did. And he lives joyously in a way that I find so rare. It feels like such a remarkable gift to be in presence of. And I think of these people that are like, yogic masters, or I saw Sadhguru in November, I saw Kanye in November, I met Kanye in January. I look to other people like Bentinho Massaro, or Abraham Hicks, or Wayne Dyer, or Krishnamurti, or Alan Watts, or Terence McKenna. Different humans who have become conduits for really beautiful frequency, for really beautiful expression of the all, of the one, of source, of the source light, of the sun, of the solar consciousness. And I see how ones who have become so potently helpful, relevant for other people's journeys, they get bowed to. They get bowed down to because it's gratitude. You help a lot. People tell you thank you a lot. You're super helpful. People say super thank you. And I turned, my human vessel turned 30 in July. Today's August 29th, 2020. And yeah, I noticed like I've been out on this journey. I'm in Prescott, Arizona. I've traveled a great deal of this thing called Earth, and there's so much more to go, but I've seen so many different archetypes, so many different versions of what a human is. And value is value. It might be red, white, and blue, or it might be red and yellow and black, or and green, or purple. It might be in a yoga outfit. It might be in a conservative Midwestern hunter outfit. Value is value. When my dad talks about his relationship to the military and how certain people that serve in that capacity, and I've witnessed it. I remember witnessing it as a kid, And people would like, I would see people would cry. Like, what does that mean when someone cries to you and they say thank you? I think of a yoga person. I think of Sadhguru. And in November, I touched his hand amongst this like ocean of people. He's on the stage and I'm like reaching out to touch Sadhguru. And I touch his hand and I grab it with like my fingertips. And then this lady next to me, she's getting squished. And then I'm like, whoa, this lady's getting squished. And then me and another dude put our arms out and we're like protecting this lady right there. And then she reaches forward and she touches Sadhguru. And I look at Sadhguru's eyes and he's just, I'm holding my phone, but I can't do it. But he's holding his hands in prayer. And he's just glowing and his eyes are just tears are falling so gently. And I'm like, yo, he's crying. And I start crying. And I look to the left of me and somebody's crying. I look to the right of me, somebody's crying. I'm like, what is this incredible, potent appreciation and gratitude? It's unmistakable. It's mysterious, but it is there. It's not there. You touch it, it's there. Touch it with your emotions, it's there, it's palpable, it's here. So yeah, just got off the phone with my dad and just feeling like, whoa, what kind of Zen samurai consciousness is this dude? This dude's incredible. I'm so blown away. And I felt called to share that with you, whoever's watching this. I feel like taking it for granted, and I'm around some people and they'll be like, oh yeah, I saw your dad did that thing, and I realized like, I guess it's not technically a normal thing that someone's family member is like on TV every day or often. Or I met Willow Smith last year and I talked to her about what that must have been like for her. I said like, oh, my situation's not as intense as yours, but my father alchemized his life to such an extent that he became what's called famous or a celebrated entity in society. And she was like, well, it's, if you know, you know. And I just felt that. I was just like, that's not a common thing. And so, yeah, I look at this energy that's coming from my human father, and it's so potent, and he's so alive. He's like, what's going on, son? I haven't talked to him in a minute. And I just finished the first iteration of this thing called the Moon Alchemy Program. And he's like, what? Now, what's that? What is it about? And I'm like, it's basically, it's not talking about the dude named Jesus or the one they call Jesus, but it is about what he taught, which is Christos consciousness or Christ consciousness, or you can call it non-duality, or most people just call it metaphysics or spirituality, or self-realization, or Raja Yoga. It's about becoming who you really are, realizing who you really are, then living who you really are. And the way that that's been shown to Rocco is called Moon, missing out on nothing, where you become a mirror to the sun. So you are the harmonization of the solar and lunar, sun and moon, masculine and feminine. And he was like, oh yeah, the self-actualization, the 0 point Zen focus. I forgot what he said, but he said it, his version of it. He turned it into something about America somehow. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I was like, yeah, something like that. And he was like, wow, well, that's great. I would love to see what you did about it. I was like, yeah, I'll share it with you soon. Missing out on nothing. It takes an example. We have to find proof that what feels impossible is possible. And sometimes it's far away and you gotta travel way out there into the world and you gotta climb up a mountain and meditate and fast and do psychedelics and go to a different country and do yoga for 4 years every day. Find a guru. Do DMT. And sometimes you just gotta call your family member and listen and feel the potency of what they've been given and shown. Namaste.